But first, the latest as violence escalates on college campuses overnight. What students, law enforcement, California lawmakers, and the president are saying about these incidents. Good afternoon. I'm Dominic Garcia. Thanks for joining us at noon. President Biden says pro-Palestinian protests have not prompted him to rethink his Middle Eastern policies. Now, this comes after police officials broke up a pro-Palestinian encampment overnight at UCLA where hundreds were arrested. CBS 13's Bradley Blackburn has the latest.
Loud bangs could be heard as police in riot gear moved in early Thursday morning and began dismantling the tent encampment on UCLA's campus, ripping apart the barricades that pro-Palestinian demonstrators set up.
We're not leaving! We're not leaving!
It came hours after police warned the protesters there would be arrests if people did not disperse. Hundreds were taken into custody, including this woman who identified herself as a UCLA senior.
You know, we have to challenge these systems of oppression so that we could free Gaza and free all peoples that are oppressed.
As daylight broke, police had the encampment cleared out, but protesters remained just outside the area.
The operation went well. We did take items were thrown at our officers, fire extinguishers, smoke. However, the encampment was cleared in approximately 3 hours.
It's part of protests on college campuses nationwide against the war in Gaza. President Biden addressed the situation Thursday.
Destroying property is not a peaceful protest. It's against the law. Vandalism, trespassing, breaking windows, shutting down campuses, forcing the cancellation of classes and graduations. None of this is a peaceful protest.
What effect his comments have remains to be seen. Protesters say they have no plans to stop until their demands are met.
Well, so far, according to the Associated Press, more than 2,000 people have been arrested nationwide during those protests. One history professor at UCLA who says he visited the encampment says the narrative of the encampment on campus has been mischaracterized, saying students have been committed to nonviolence and de-escalation tactics.
The encampment itself was mostly peaceful, and I would like to highlight the wide diversity of students that were there, some of Palestinian descent, Muslim students, but also beyond members of the Latinx community, Jewish students who hosted Seder at the encampment. Characterizing these as violent is a gross mischaracterization, I would say, at least in the context of UCLA.
All UCLA classes going to be held remotely today and tomorrow. Campus officials say the Westwood campus is operating in a limited capacity. All right, so let's take a look at the state capitol right now this afternoon as state Republicans are calling on college campuses to bring order after some of these recent protests have had instances of violence. Your reporter, Tori Apodaca, covering Sacramento County, live at the Capitol right now. Tori, what are they proposing? Some sort of legislation, or what do they want?
Yeah, that's right, Dominic. Those legislative Republican leaders we heard from today say that there needs to be accountability for those protests that have been happening on college campuses across the country that have shut down classes in some cases and even turned violent. They say their response is budget action, meaning withholding some funding. Now, today we heard from Senate Minority Leader Brian Jones, as well as Assembly Republican Leader James Gallagher, speaking out today saying students who committed violent acts should lose their Cal Grants, saying the actions they took, quote, trampled on other students' rights. Republican leaders also say the administrators, not the students, should lose funding, saying they are to blame in doing little to protect student rights.
The campus administration who allowed this chaos to continue over weeks and let it escalate and let it continue to escalate, and basically no law enforcement was caused in to bring peace and security on that campus. So, you know, bottom line, like, there shouldn't be violent acts taking place on campus. You can have your viewpoint and you can strongly express your viewpoint, but you don't use violence to bring across your point.
You don't have the right to spray paint buildings, break windows.
Now, those legislative Republicans you just heard from didn't have an exact number on how much money those administrators receive or how much money they are proposing to cut. They say in these next coming weeks and throughout June, during the budget process of the legislative process, they will be discussing all of this. We'll have more on all of this coming up in our later newscasts.
All right, we'll see you a little later, Tori. Thanks so much. And Sacramento State now says protesters have a little less than a week before they need to clear out. Earlier this week, the university extended the timeline for the encampment set up in the library quad, saying the group could stay as long as they remain peaceful. The new deadline is set for midnight. That'll be May 8th. Well, in the Middle East, Israel's war cabinet is meeting to discuss the next steps for a hostage deal and a ceasefire. This comes after Secretary of State Anthony Blinken pressured both Hamas and Israel to finalize the deal. Hamas is demanding a complete end to Israel's military offensive.
The Hamas leader in Gaza, Yahya Sinwar, wants a permanent ceasefire. For him, the hostages are literally human shields. He believes that if he gives up that and Israel doesn't commit to a permanent ceasefire, he will become exposed to an Israeli attacks, etc.
The health ministry in Gaza says Israel strikes have killed more than 34,000 Palestinians, injured nearly 78,000 others since October 7th. The U.S. also pushing for more humanitarian aid to be included in a ceasefire deal as the UN says Gaza faces imminent famine. CBS News has learned the Biden administration is considering taking in certain Palestinians as refugees from Gaza. Of course, we're going to follow the demonstrations happening here and across the country on air and online. You can find more reaction on our website, cbs13.com.